What's up, what's happening? Movie Time with D. Today, we're gonna be talking about Ad Astra, the latest movie about space travel starring Brad Pitt. A man who has dedicated his entire life to space is told that his father, who was once the most famous astronaut to ever live, may still be alive somewhere out there floating in the galaxy. And thinking that his father's been dead since he was a child, of course, motivates him to get up and go try to find him. Right off the bat, I'm just gonna tell you, I was very impressed with this movie. No joke, I didn't know what this movie was about because I didn't watch any trailers to it, mainly because trailers usually spoil a lot of the movie. So for that reason, I don't really watch trailers to movies that I think I'm gonna enjoy. First off, the movie gets straight to the point. There's no long build up. They tell you enough about the character and his mission within the first 15 minutes of the movie. And that's cool because they can get straight to what you came to see. A lot of cool space stuff. But it doesn't feel rushed at all. Mainly because of Brad Pitt's character being so easy to understand immediately. He's super calm. No matter what kind of tense situation he's in, his heart rate never elevates. If I had to compare his acting in this movie to someone else, I'd say kind of like Ryan Gosling acts sometimes. Very stoic and good at hiding his emotions, but I'd say Brad Pitt does a better job here at keeping that look while at the same time showing more emotion. This movie felt new and showed me a few things that I haven't seen in movies before. It had a very interesting take on life on the moon and Mars, and it was awesome to see how going to the moon could be a regular thing for people later on down the road. There's restaurants and tourists and highways, and it makes you question if that's the way things are gonna be in the near future. Now, I may be alone in this assessment, but for some reason, I got a lot of 2001 Space Odyssey vibes in this movie. At some points, I even thought I was gonna hear Hal's voice start talking out of nowhere.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
There were some shots here that had to be inspired by Space Odyssey. Some of the cinematography in this was absolutely beautiful. So many gorgeous shots. I'm actually sad that I didn't get to see this in IMAX because some scenes, one in particular at the beginning, made me actually say out loud, wow, oh my God. If you have an IMAX theater anywhere around you, take my word for it and go see it in that format. What I really appreciated though was how simple the story was. It never tried to be any bigger than what it was. They want him to go find his long lost father, who they believe is still alive, and that's it. There was nothing confusing about it, and because of that, you could focus more on the heart of Brad Pitt's character, and you're hoping that he's gonna succeed in this mission. But you know, the message that the movie had really stuck with me afterwards. The importance and appreciation of Earth and the people around me. Yes, it would be amazing to try and find other amazing things outside of this planet, but at the same time, don't forget about all of the amazing things you have right here in front of you. I thought the soundtrack was interesting. It was very mysterious and oftentimes kind of creepy. Speaking of creepy real quick, even though this movie isn't a horror movie, there are a few uncomfortable scenes that give a creepy, eerie vibe, and it made me realize I want to see some scary movies set in space. Not the typical rag team on a fancy type of ship type of scary space movie. I'm talking about a realistic NASA astronauts scary space movie. This one doesn't count. Some things that I wasn't too crazy about that are subjective. I could be the only one who feels this way, but you know, a lot of the special effects in this movie are outstanding. So this isn't that big of a complaint at all, but I should mention that there are a few things in this that seemed a little wonky. Some of the CGI wasn't the greatest. Some of the moments that involved floating around in a big dark abyss didn't really look and feel like they were floating around in actual space. Some of it just kind of looked like they were floating in front of a green screen. For anyone that thinks I'm unaware that this movie was actually shot in front of a green screen, yes, I know that, but I'm saying if I can notice that the movie was shot in front of a green screen, then that's not a good thing. Again, nothing that bad at all. Most probably won't even notice the things I'm talking about, but since I did notice, it's only fair that I mention it. And at some point in the movie, you may start to get the feeling that it's gonna turn into an alien movie. Like there might be extraterrestrials that try to make contact with these characters, but eventually you'll realize this isn't that type of space movie. Now that wasn't a bad thing for me. I actually enjoy seeing movies about people just exploring space. But I'm sure there will be many people that wanted to see that type of movie. And if you're one of those people, you might be a little disappointed. Listen clearly, this movie is not trying to be Interstellar. Don't go into this movie trying to compare it to that. This is a simple voyage across space searching for someone, and that may be boring to some people because there's no black holes or light speed or a Hans Zimmer soundtrack behind it. But listen, not all space movies have to be made like that. I think this movie was incredible just the way it was. I've only seen it once and I'd already put it in that category as one of the best space movies ever made. I mean, I don't know if there's enough space movies to have separate ranking categories, but still, it's up there with the best. No joke, the first time I saw Interstellar, I thought it was good, but I thought it was overhyped, mainly because I just didn't understand a lot of it, so I didn't really care for it that much. But now I've seen Interstellar like 10 times, and it blows me away every time I see it. And I'm sure Ad Astra will have the same rewatchability as time goes on as well. Yes, I recommend seeing this movie in theaters. Again, watch it in IMAX if you can. But that's it for this review. I am gonna go try to see Rambo this weekend too, so expect a review for that movie shortly as well. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up, hit the subscribe button and help me reach that 10,000 subscribers mark. Comment down below, what is your favorite space movie? Have a great day, be safe, go watch some movies, and I'll see you on the next video.